Hi, I'm back to talk about the accelerated growth phase. If you're experiencing growth, acceleration coming out of this extraordinary and really unprecedented, perhaps black swan event of COVID-19, then there's a few opportunities that you're clearly experiencing. You've thought about, more than likely, you've got your whole team, your whole executive team, and you've aligned your entire set of associates and partners around what you're doing. Great job. So clearly, how do you build on that momentum? So there's a few problems, right? As you're accelerating growth, you experience what I call the slinky effect. And the slinky effect is that your growth begins to exceed the capacity of your team to handle it. So what do? Do you go hire full-time people who are now under capacity, or do you look at people in terms of coming on contract or other things? Lots of standard ways to do it. My strong suggestion, right? Build on the people you have, use them as your core team, and add slowly and primarily contract. Bring them on in a contract position in such a way that you get a chance to try them out, they get to try you out, and you have the opportunity to really look at a very flexible method of growing your team. The other thing is, of course, outsourcing. So let me give you an example. I was recently approached by a very fast growing company with an awesome market as to would they need a fractional CMO. Well, in the end, they decided they don't, because they're growing so fast, they need a full-time one. And I am in no means looking for full-time gigs. But here's the thing. Looking at the speed of growth, what's right for your company, and how do you put that together is the right thing for your executive team. Start thinking about 2021, obviously. Where are we going? What's going to happen? We have an upcoming webinar on exactly that I'll talk about in a separate video. But if you're experiencing accelerated growth, it's really about examine what you can do around your financing. The other thing around slinky effect is growth can be expensive. Financing right now is not. Now, you've probably taken advantage of unprecedented loans from the federal government, but similarly, perhaps this is the time to think about expanding your footprint, looking at extremely low interest loans, SBA loans, and the finances that will get you to that next stage of growth, as long as you're doing it profitably. The other problem with growth is make sure that it's profitable. In terms of the people, right, look at your executive team. Do you need a CMO who can take you from the 50 million to 500 million? Or are you looking for someone who's gone from $250 million to $1 billion? Think about the next phase, but don't do it too far. Many companies get enamored with someone who's run a $50 billion or $10 billion company's marketing. The truth is, it's completely different in a $250 million company than a $25 billion company. They have nothing to do with each other, no matter how good a game they talk. Now, let me talk about one more quick thing, because I'm being told I'm out of time, but it's really important. And that is, do you diversify? You're doing well. Do you bring on new products? Do you look at new opportunities? Maybe. And here's why. If you're doing really well, your best use of capital is around in staying really well. So as opposed to looking at new product, are you looking at new channels? This is a time to invest heavily in what you're doing. So if you're B2B, should you go D2C additionally? Should you look at B2B2C additionally? Should you think about adding bricks and mortar? Believe it or not, there's an opportunity, and I'll love talking about that in another video about what I think is going to happen and my prediction for what's going to happen in malls and commercial space in the future. I think there's an interesting opportunity for a number of non-traditional retailers or manufacturers going direct, even brick and mortar. That said, next we talk about the problem of slowing growth, even plateau. Thank you.